Powered by Riverside.
Oh my God, bro. Where we at, bro? Where we at? Y'all ain't happy today?
Bro, I'm in there.
You ain't happy?
You over here about to have a stroke. Oh,
Come on, man. Don't do me like that, bro. Don't do me like that.
You look like you were having a happy time right there. You look like you went to like you was at a massage parlor.
Come on, man. Don't do me like that.
All you had to do was hold your hand like this, bro, and that would have been it.
Anyway, let's get into it, boys. Welcome back to Dad's a Game, everybody. First of all, I just want to say the reason why Joe might look a little bit clear-eyed over there is because he's in a different place because he's cupcaking. So for all y'all parents, Dad games, all y'all know what I mean by cupcaking. So he looks a little different, a little faded out. He definitely got his eyes closed for a reason today. So I just want everybody to know. Mm-hmm. But we're going to get into it. We got a little news to talk about. I ain't even going to let Joe talk. I'm going to keep talking, daggone it. We're going to get into the Xbox news. Yeah. I put a little tweet out there, so I'm going to get into that too. We're going to get into the marathon news. I know everybody saw that. So first off, before we get into all the Xbox and marathon news, how's everybody doing aside of Joe? Stickman, Rico, how y'all doing, man?
Fantastic,
don't
brother.
Get no love.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you got breath in your body.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, man.
All right, Joe, how you doing, man? You feeling good? You good over there cupcaking?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm in DC.
You got liquids in your body.
I mean, I'm good. I'm in DC. You know what I'm saying? I'm hanging out. You know.
You sure? You ain't drained? Your body ain't drained right now?
No, bro.
All right. Let me stop playing. All right.
No, bro. Yeah, but real quick for all our fans, man, or those that are, viewing us today, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We can't do this without you. So if you want to continue to see this great content and all this trolling that we do to each other, feel free to join as a gamer.
All right. I love that, Joe. And let's get into the topics. So I know y'all saw the new Xbox news right now of possibly changing up Game Pass. Said it was some conversations with our girl Asha, and she's supposed to be coming on the podcast. So I talked to her. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm talking about.
No, I'm just playing, but you hear me, girl. You better get up here now. No, but it's an idea of combining with Netflix with Game Pass to make something more glamoring for people to want to join Game Pass. So I'm just gonna read off. I made a tweet to Asha, and this could be just generic to her. Like she could have so many more better things that I thought of, but I'm just gonna read off to y'all just so you can hear where I'm coming from, and then I'm just gonna pass it to y'all just to give a couple ideas of what do you think they can do with for Game Pass. So first thing I said, a la carte, because everything is just in a couple of tiers and people get so many different things. Me personally, I don't want to pay for all these things in Game Pass. So I think a la carte could be best because you can choose what you want to pay for. Also, discounts. People that have Game Pass or even just Game Pass Ultimate, they get a higher bump in percent that they can get off the games that they can actually pay for. Because one thing we know with Game Pass, it incentivizes people not to pay for games. Thirdly, a family subscription. So if people want to pay like a $45 a month for a subscription and you got like 5 accounts and you got kids, well, why not do that? I think that would be enticing for families. And lastly, an ad-supported free tier. So basically, you get access to a rotation of games, and you got to look at an ad before you can play a game or whatnot. But it at least gets people in the mindset of maybe wanting to join Game Pass. And then you know that you're not paying for anything, but Xbox is getting that ad revenue from you. So those are the 4 things that I thought of. I'm gonna pass it off to Rick first. what do you think for Game Pass? Because I know you've had some controversial things that you said about Game Pass in the past. What would you add to Game Pass for you personally to want to be enticed to get Game Pass?
Steve, I don't even know what to say to this question, to be honest. If I want to play a game, I'm just gonna buy it. No, money don't grow on trees around here where I'm at.
Oh, he got it.
But if I'm a come on, listen, if I want to play something, I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna buy the top tier of it just so I can get that nice starter pack that you get for being, I guess, an early buyer of the game. So, good job. I mean, to me right now, man, look, Game Pass is cool. Like sometimes I don't even know that I could get a game off in Game Pass and then I just buy it anyway. So, I mean, maybe some news on it, like because I am subscribed to it, but I get no news from it. I don't know where you would go to get the news from what games on Game Pass. Maybe I need to start looking at Game Pass before I actually buy a game. How about that? So, I really don't have much to say on Game Pass, so I'm gonna pass that to Joe a Stickman. I just don't have nothing on that, man, to be honest. I'm not a big Game Pass fan anyway, so I can't speak on something I'm not too familiar with, you know.
All right, but before Stickman Joe go, I just want to ask you, Rick. Do you think that's because since you are a dad and you work you work more than the 9 to 5 because you leave the house like what 4 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. So for somebody like you, I guess you probably don't see the little bit of advertisement that they do for Game Pass. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, that's 100% correct. I just don't, man. Like, I don't know. Like, my life isn't set up in that direction to actually see what goes on with Game Pass. I do hop on the game daily, but I don't just, oh, let me check out Game Pass today. You know what I'm saying? So, but I am paying for it.
Right.
I don't know what I'm getting, but I'm paying for it. So if I want to, hop on there one day and see what they got going on, then I will. But yeah, I just don't know what I'm getting.
All right,
I don't know.
I'm gonna pass this stick, man. What do you think?
Bro, I got a few, bro. For number one, I'm gonna say to hear Ricky, to hear you say that, bro, knowing, and then we're all pretty much supporters of Xbox. But to hear Ricky say that, knowing that we've been playing on Xbox since 2006 or something like that, maybe 2007, but it probably was earlier than that, probably 05, right? Whenever it came out. To hear you say that about Game Pass, meaning your primary audience, your primary supporters don't even see the benefit of Game Pass, then that's an Xbox problem. That ain't like a you problem, that's an Xbox problem. They need to market it better. Another thing, kind of to piggyback off one of the points that you had, was about the free tier or ad supported tier. Right now, YouTube is making insane amounts of money off of ads. Xbox is bleeding money. The ad supported tier could bring people who otherwise can't afford it into the whole ecosystem, and then it'll also bring more money to Xbox, I think. So I mean, all around, I think that'll be a plus. Maybe one thing I think that could help out Xbox, maybe show some support back to the people who supported you. Let's just say if I pay for Xbox for 12 months or maybe 2 years, after that, let the subscription start to get cheaper. After 2 years, let it be 10% off. After 2.5 years, 15% off. After 3 years, maybe it'll top off at 20% off your monthly subscription. But give people some incentive or some payback for supporting you for so long. Those are some little changes I would like to see. I think that could work because I currently do what's called Humble Bundle. So it's like every month you pay like, I want to say about $15, $16 a month, but it supports charity and you also get free games, so free. But you pay $16 a month, you get about 5 or 6 games as payback every month. But it also gives you access to the Humble Bundle store. And the longer your subscription is to Humble Bundle, the bigger your discount is for games in the store. So it might start off at 10%, then it might go to 15, might go to 20. Some of them you might catch for 25% off, just depending on how long you've been subscribed to Humble Bundle. So things like that, like increase your discounts for people who've been supporting you, or especially people who support you over a long term. And I think you'll probably have a better incentive of getting people to switch over. this isn't necessarily a Game Pass problem per se, but just Xbox in general. And if I'm jumping ahead, let me know. But have y'all seen that PlayStation is actually raising the cost of all their consoles now about $100?
Yeah,
I didn't
over
see that.
$100.
Wow.
There
Yeah,
you go. Yeah.
yeah.
So PlayStation for PS5 Pro, you can probably pay $1,000 now, right?
About I think
And
it's
then
like nine something. Yeah,
yeah. So you add in your taxes, right? You gonna slap a
yeah, yeah.
grand, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want a game, you easily over a grand, probably talking 1,100. But I think right now would be a good striking point for Microsoft. If PlayStation is driving their prices up by 100, drop yours by $50, drop yours by $25. Just show the consumer, like give the consumer more incentive to switch over to you. You know, and you can buy a cheaper console. Now that if you want to say that, I don't know, exclusive games are no longer a thing. Just say like, hey, you can play a lot of the same games you can on your PlayStation now on the Xbox for cheaper. And if you support us for longer, we'll give you a discount on the monthly subscription fee that you have to pay for your service. On top of that, right? If you can't afford to pay that subscription fee, you can actually get the service ad supported. Whereas, let's just say every hour you might watch, I don't know, 5 minutes of ads or something like that. I mean, not trying to give them a model because I'm not a fan of ads. I'm just a fan of more people being able to take part in playing the game. So, I mean, there's a whole probably subset of people that you could really get into right now. You really could attach to with the economy looking the way it is. Drop your prices when everybody else is going higher. You seen what Apple just did with the MacBook Neo. I mean, that's the cheapest MacBook ever. I think it's $599, and with a student discount, you can get it for $499.
Mm-hmm.
That is cleaning up Windows laptops right now. For anybody that actually wanted to get into the Apple ecosystem, because a lot of people have an iPhone, but a lot of people can't afford a MacBook. So just trying to make make everything a little bit more price conscious. And I mean, you inevitably pull in more people because people are all about saving money, especially right now. I know it was a lot, but that's just a few things I think Xbox could do. I mean, for people that are long-time subscribers or long-time players, if you don't even see the benefit of Game Pass, then not to say that you aren't looking for it. I mean, because I think there is a benefit there. But if it's not pushed, if I openly say, hey, I'm paying $30 a month or $20 a month or $10 a month, maybe depending on your tier, but you don't see the real benefit, I mean, Xbox needs to push that more then. Make it seem more worthwhile. But right now, I mean, not to say that they're not advertising, but I haven't even seen a lot of ads, and I turn on my Xbox pretty much every day. So,
Hey, Stick Man, look, I greatly appreciate you for saying something about PlayStation because Steve like ragging on my Xbox, and I'm kind of tired of it. I'm kind of sick of it. You know what I mean? So
true, bro. True.
No, see, I was actually going to talk about that before an incentive for Xbox because PlayStation got that money going on. I know you don't believe me, but I was going to do it. All right. No, but for real, Stick Man, I ain't even thought about that part because, most times people get incentives to join with a discount and then it slowly increases in price. To do it kind of reverse, I mean, I like that.
Yeah.
Joe, where you at?
So, I was kind of leaning towards what Stickman was saying. I think the other portion of this that I would add is I think, let's say you have a monthly subscription, right? That we come out every month. I would rather just pay for it out yearly, in my honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'd want to pay it for the whole year, and they kind of do that now. You know what I'm saying? But to Stickman's point, could they, if you pay it out yearly, right? Could you get that discount up front? That's kind of what I would be looking for, and then again, some people may not be able to afford the yearly. I mean, so I guess that's why you have the drop down tier model. In that, I do like the fact that, here's a really good one, that I just thought about. If you could, let's say, all right, just go with me for a minute. Let's say, for the adult side of things, right? You know how for students that are going to college, students get a discounted rate on Microsoft Office Suite, right? For those that are going into college, you could do a tier for college students where you can make it affordable for them We know college students don't make a lot of money. You could do a tier there, make a discounted rate for college students. If you're a teacher, a police officer, you know, you could tier that in one section of it, right? And service member, like if you're military, you get a different discount. And I think, and again, not to be biased, but I do think, military men and women that serve this country, I think they should probably get a bigger discount if you would do that, spacing out based on occupation, just because they serve our country. And salute to you all. We support the military over here. But that, I mean, I would do that, right? And I mean, you could do 10, 15%, but I would like that. I think you look at it from that lens, because just as an example, Verizon does that with phone bills. If you're an educator or work for the government, you get a discount. You know what I'm saying? So I think that right there. And I will also say this: PlayStation threw Xbox a bone this week. They threw them a bone. They gave them the opportunity to lower their prices to recoup in sales. And if I'm Xbox, I would drop my console, the Xbox X, by $100, and I will put that on the market and I will sell it. Because, and let me tell you why. You're not going to make that money back at this point, and you just got inventory sitting on shelves. Go ahead and sell it. Get it out of. I mean, and you can make your plug to say, hey, our competition is PlayStation. You see what they're doing to you all. They're raising the prices. We're trying to make it more affordable. That would be my messaging today. And so on behalf of Xbox, we're going to lower our prices in these categories. We're going to do it for Game Pass, and we're going to do it for our console. And I will punch PlayStation right now.
Heck yeah.
That's exactly what I would do.
I like it.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, look, can I say something on that point too, bro?
Okay, yeah, my bad.
So with what Joe is saying also in Stickman, let's just say like you give a bundle deal of like a year subscription, and this is a problem that I have that I need to fix maybe today. How much is, let's just say, Xbox Live, like to play online, to have an account yearly? Like, does anybody know?
Well, that's bundled with the lower tier. The lower tier Game Pass, that's bundled with that. So in order to play online, you got to get the lower tier Game Pass.
Okay, so why am I paying $50 some every month when I know that the yearly one is what, probably like 100 and something? Am I wrong? Like, I don't know, but I know that I'm paying monthly when I was like on a annual subscription, like yearly, and I don't think it. I want to assume it was like 100 and some bucks, right?
Yeah.
Let me see.
That don't make any sense to me. Like, how are you raping me? Excuse me, but how are you doing that to me? Like, I've been with you guys for so long, and I'm talking about Xbox. How are you doing that to me? Yeah, my yearly subscription ran out, and then I guess it rolls over like a monthly thing, and I've been doing that for the longest time. And I always told myself that I'm just gonna opt out of that and then get the yearly one because it's cheaper. But why am I paying $50 some? Like, yeah, I'm giving you maybe close to 1,000 at the end of the year.
Yeah, the lower tier, which is the essential Game Pass, is $9.99 a month.
Okay.
So yeah, so you were right about like 120 for annual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Microsoft Xbox is taking like $50 some out of my account monthly. I don't know what that's for.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe I'm paying for Game Pass and what is it?
Else.
Yeah,
you must have Ultimate then or something like that, do you?
I think I do. Yeah,
Ultimate is $30. It's $29.99.
So you paying for Ultimate and something else?
Yeah.
Yeah, you paying for that massage that Steve was getting earlier when we started. That's what you paying for.
I just had to ask that question, man, because somebody else might be in the same boat that I'm in, and they're just like, yeah, I need to opt out of this, and then let's just try to find a better avenue to take just to pay for a annual one. Because I guess when you bundle, you save. That's like everybody's motto, I'm assuming, even with housing, cars, gaming, you bundle, you save. But if you paying it monthly, you can opt out of it anytime. That's why it's more expensive. So
Yeah, so it's 3 different plans and then a separate PC plan. So you have the essential, which is $9.99. You have the premium, which is $14.99. Then you have the ultimate, which is $29.99. And then if you want the PC only plan, that's $16.49. How they came up with that number, I don't.
$16.49.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So just FYI, that puts it in perspective.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
I
mean
guess
to
after
stretch
this,
it.
Rick, you need to go
Yeah,
change that.
Rick, you need
that
to.
payment.
Yeah, you're paying. Rick,
I'ma
you may be
screenshot it.
paying. You actually may be paying 2 subscriptions to Game Pass.
That's what I'm thinking that I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
why
we'll go-
mine's is that much monthly.
You
I
may
wanna
be
s-
paying Ultimate, and you may be paying the Let me see. So you're probably paying Ultimate and Premium at the same time.
Dad, come boy.
I'ma
Man.
screenshot it. And it makes me
Wait,
mad every month, but
wait.
then I
Rick,
tell myself,
Rick, I might have just thought about it. You Buddy got an Xbox, right?
yeah,
You must be paying for him too.
okay.
And
You
he
would
may
have
have
to do
premium.
that though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to have 2 separate accounts, like you have to pay for that, right?
Unless you, well, I don't. Yeah, because he probably has his own account, right?
Yeah, he do.
That's probably what it is then. So you probably paying premium for Buddy and paying.
Get out, please.
So that's what I was talking about the, I guess, like the bundle deal, that if some folks don't know, and for us being dads, like, yeah, we don't know why this is like this amount of money is getting drafted out. Oh, look at the puppy.
Dog's a gamer.
That was again. Yeah, so others may be having the same issue that I'm having, that I need to figure that out. Maybe I need to do the annual join to save on some money. And like how Stickman and Joe and Steve, you was also saying as well that they need to get some kind of incentive to folks that's been with them forever. Like we get nothing. We get the same as a day one player.
True.
How fair is that?
It make me feel good, man.
And you know what to help you, Rick? Like if they came up with the actual family tier plan,
Yeah.
that would be beneficial for you.
Right, but whatever happened to seniority? Don't you have that at jobs and stuff like that? Like why we ain't got that with Xbox?
They got rid of DEI, Rick. Oh man, my bad, yo.
So now I do want to go back to this though. So with the suggestion for Netflix, like, do y'all even think this could be something that could be beneficial, or do you think this is kind of like to distract from the price of Game Pass because you might be bundled to get Netflix? And also, I wonder if they're thinking that they think people on Netflix is going to also adopt Game Pass.
Maybe. You see, everything is going to Netflix, even Super Bowl games and fights. Everything is going to Netflix. I mean, everybody talks about Netflix and then chilling. Who don't like a good old Netflix?
I think they have about, if I'm guessing right now, it's between like 280 to 300 million subscribers, and Game Pass only has like roughly 25 to 30 million, something like that. So I guess would y'all like that? Is just my general question. Like, could that be beneficial to y'all?
Would we like what again?
Netflix and Game Pass mixed together. If they came up with a tier for that.
Yes. Because I think there's synergy in the way that Netflix and Xbox could partner to create a better discount in that space, especially for families. Because if you got a family plan with Netflix, and then Asha and Greg could work out from Netflix how to make that work, man, hell, y'all would pay for that. That's a no-brainer to me.
What would be too much though? What's the price?
Man, bro, honestly, Steve, I think you could probably set it around $35-$40.
I'm about to say, what's Netflix, like $16-$17 a month, something like that?
Depends. The
I mean,
highest tier is
it depends on how many TVs
$24.99.
you have. I think right now, I
Yeah,
think I'm paying like 29
yeah.
Okay.
or something like that for my tier or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Yeah, if I can package that, I'm already paying for it. So if I can bundle that together and then pay annually, yeah, I'm cool with that, Steve.
Yeah, I would like 35, $40, Steve. I don't think that's bad.
Bro,
Well, for a
I'm also
bundle
thinking too.
for Xbox and Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you
What you about to say, Stick Man?
if you can get them on the low end, right, that might be another audience base you can tap into. Because what's that? I think that Netflix just raised their prices. The only reason why that's one reason why I even know this. I think their highest tier now is gonna be like $24.99, give or take, if it's just
Yeah,
you. Then I think the like a regular tier or premium tier is $19.99, and then for the ad supported tier, I think it's gonna go up to $8.99. So still give or take, not too bad. But of course, anything going up, inflation is crazy right now. I mean, even on the low end, let's just say if Netflix being $8.99 now, and then the lowest tier of Xbox Game Pass Essential is what, $9.99? Combo to two, $15. You know what I mean? Like I would do that hands down. Like I mean, easily. I would definitely take it. So, yeah, anything under 20, I mean, for the lower tier, I think that'd be great to save you a couple dollars. I mean, that's what counts. And even on the higher end, I mean, I don't even know if you can do this because I've never even really looked into it. But if you can even buy an annual subscription to Netflix, maybe like what if you buy an annual subscription of that combo pack and they give you a discount on both, right? Like I can just pay for a year Netflix up front. That'll protect me from any future price increases. And I mean, with the way Netflix raises their prices, what, every year, every other year, that might be worthwhile for a lot of people because I know people in my family personally that have had Netflix since the day it came out. It's just one subscription that it don't matter what it is, I need to have Netflix.
Right.
So, yeah, I would definitely say go for it.
So I guess my last question for this topic anyway is just, do they get people from Netflix to adopt Xbox or Game Pass?
I think it's inevitable if you combine the
yeah,
two.
yeah. You can have the app sitting up there, bro.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that's not really talked about a lot of, and I think, you know, our other one of our other friends, K Doug, he actually does this a lot. It's like cloud gaming. Netflix already has cloud gaming. I think if you have a Netflix account, you can play like Grand Theft Auto and a few other, like San Andreas and a few other games, right? So if you want to even integrate Game Pass into your Netflix application, that means you can play Game Pass. I know you already can, but it'll just make it more obvious for people, right? So they'll know what they're paying for. Like under Netflix, have a Game Pass section, right, where you can just on your Fire Stick, your weak Fire Stick that is nothing compared to an actual Xbox console. But if you want to pay for Game Pass, or maybe pay for the set, maybe the middle tier of Game Pass as well, like the combo, you can stream games from the cloud to your Fire Stick, and then you don't even need an Xbox. You know, like unfortunately, that undercuts people that are actually playing on Xbox console. So I mean, again, it won't make people buy more Xboxes, but it'll make Microsoft a lot more money with Game Pass. I ain't really a proponent of Game Pass myself. I mean, of cloud gaming myself, but I also feel that more money for Microsoft will still inevitably mean we get a better console and better support and better exclusives. So, I mean, I
That
would
was
go
gonna be
for it.
my next question too. Does the
Mhm.
revenue that Xbox is making, does that go back to our console, or does it go to PC and everything else that Microsoft
We
wanna
don't.
do? We
Yeah,
don't
we
know,
don't know.
right? So
We don't know.
you know,
That is
they can
going
be
to cloud
choking us.
infrastructure.
They're gonna give over here, you know. So
That's a good
I
point.
hope that's
That's a
not
good
what's
point.
happening.
Hey, look, you robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know what
That's
I'm
what I'm saying. So
All right. Well, I mean, we can only see what happens from here. I mean, I think it's good that Asha's bringing new ideas. I think that is great.
I told y'all, I thought she was gonna be
Hey,
really good.
stop drinking the Kool-Aid, man. You giving them too much credit. They ain't even did nothing,
I'm drinking water.
bro. Yeah, you need water. Okay, you ain't got no liquids in you. You know. Let me move on. All right. Let me move on. All right. So I know this is the second topic. I know everybody saw this too. We saw the numbers coming out for Marathon. We've been talking about Marathon a lot. Man, Rick, you pulled the numbers out for this, and we saw that it was only about what 1.2 mil games sold.
Yeah, so anybody can do the research on Google with this. So this is how I typed it in. I said, how many copies did Marathon need to sell to make a profit margin or to make their profit margin? It said, based on early 2026 sales report, Marathon is estimated to have sold around 1.2 million copies within its initial launch window, generating approximately 55 million in gross revenue. However, this fell short of expectations, with analysts suggesting the game needed to sell between 5 and 12 million copies just to break even. Yeah, it's not looking good at the start of this, but can I add on to that real quick, Steve? And I'm gonna make this short and brief.
Yeah, go for
I
it. Yeah.
actually talked to people in real life about this game. Let's say co-workers, people I run into in real life. We just having a conversation. Hey, you game, yeah, or nay, or whatever. But for those that game, I said, hey, look, you ever heard of this game called Marathon? A lot of people ain't heard of it. And the majority don't like the initial setup of the game. They say that it looks childish, it looks blocky, it looks like Roblox, and that's my thought at the beginning before I even got a chance to play the game. I made an assumption before I actually gave it a chance. And to me, the game is super fun. Like, I get on that before I get on Battlefield now. I don't even play Battlefield no more. I hop on Marathon. I just think that folks need to give it a chance before they make that assumption the same that I did. And I think that you actually enjoy the game, to be honest. But a lot of people do think that it's too blocky, Robloxy, just running around with guns and playing Roblox. That's not what the game is about. Graphics is actually pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. Like the weather dynamic alone in the game, like to me, just makes Destiny look outdated, in my opinion. But before I let Stickman and Dr. Joe go, I just want to say, like, even as a dad, like, cause you constantly think about games that where you can get your best time for in playing a game, and a lot of people initially think, and I as well, for an extraction shooter game, is my time going to be well spent, considering I could play this game for 3 hours if I even get that long, and essentially accomplish nothing, right? But just from my perspective, and this is just an anecdote, I don't know why, but the game loop that they've created for Marathon, like, it really has me sucked in right now.
It's addictive.
No Diddy right now. All right. So,
yeah, no Diddy.
But I don't know why, but I could play for an hour and accomplish nothing, but I've had like a ton of fun, and I don't know why that is right now. But maybe y'all agree with me, maybe y'all don't. But I just wanted to put that out there because, like, if you, like you said, Rick, if people gave it a chance, I think they would like it. But giving it an initial chance the first time is kind of like the hardest thing for a lot of people to do because most people don't have time to play the game. So, Joe, you just snickering over there, Joe. Go ahead, man.
Hey, Steve, look, I think that once folks start figuring it out that you are working towards something, like each game, yeah, you're leveling up and you're actually trying to find what you need to make your character better. And so that makes you more competitive on the playing field, instead of just saying, okay, I extracted good guns, let me take that in next round. But you can also level up your character by making looting faster. Like whenever you loot a box, like the stuff come up there faster. You can take loot out and you don't have to spend as much time, just trying to figure that out as well. So there's a lot of benefits to playing the game. And when you don't know what you're going to get is what makes the game more satisfying. So you don't want to keep losing. You want to win that one match, then maybe you hop off. So that's what makes the game so addictive. You don't want to take that L and sleep on it. You want to actually extract and be like, yeah, I was, I was productive today on this bad boy. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. I don't know about you guys, but that's basically what you were saying,
All right, Joe, you smiling over there a lot, man. What you got to say?
Just all this terminology I'm hearing about, being sucked in and taking an L and sleeping on it. I'm just taking all this information in that I'm learning about with y'all today.
But what you think though, Joe?
Man, to be honest with y'all, let me tell you what keeps me coming back. Right, it is those moments that we are in the gunfight that I'm just like, if we can make it out of this, we can extract and have this loot. You know what I'm saying? And I have experienced that with all of you all. You know what I'm saying? And it's so intense. Like Stickman and I went to a building. It was an eerie feeling as soon as we walked in there because it was real quiet, and all of a sudden we just started hearing knocking and stuff. Rick was like, Stickman was like, "Yo, is that you?" I was like, "No," and we just both just sitting there looking at each other with our hands up like this. Cause we scared, you know what I'm saying? Cause we don't know what's gonna happen. And bro, and the next thing you know, dude runs through the door, blows our back out. You know what I'm saying? For real with the gun.
No diddy.
No diddy.
Yeah, I
You know
got
what I'm saying? I guess I joined the fun. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what it is. And it's fun, man. You know, and then I will also say this. It is also fun and interesting to know every time you load in, it's like 6 maps in a row you load into the same spot that you do not want to be at because you know
Yeah.
you got to engage into these NPCs over there, bro.
Gotta go to columns again.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's fun, man. And I agree with you, Rick. I think if people gave it a chance, they would really like the game. Because to be honest with you, everybody starts in the same place when you start the game. You have to level up, and it's unfortunate is until you get the good loot and you level up your tiers, you're just going to be squishy unless you ended up killing somebody that got some good loot, and then you can leave out of there with that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the nature of what we're dealing with. Now, what I am concerned about is in the next 3 months, right? What is it going to look like?
Brother,
Do we
they
want to
take
make
my
this?
stuff.
Yeah, I do think they need to make a decision on whether or not. Now, if they're going to just reset it for everybody and put everybody in the same playing field, then fine. You know what I mean? But even still, to just go through that whole grind to level up to 25 is ridiculous, bro. That is just, it's a lot. Man.
That's not what they talking about, though, are they?
No. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, Rick.
Yeah.
If
resetting everybody.
Yeah, they resetting everybody.
I swear to God, the day they do, I don't think I'm for it no more.
But yeah, but that's why I'm saying, like, in terms of their sales, Steve and Stickman and Rick, like, I just think that they're gonna have to make a switch because if not, they're not gonna get any more sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just, I just like
They
like
gonna
and
lose
let me
first
reframe
day base players.
Like the base that will stay, but I don't think you'll get anybody new in. You know what I mean? Like that.
I guess from this perspective, from each of y'all, and like I said, how do y'all get more people to play the game? Like besides changing after the 3 months, that part happens. Like what can they add in the game to make the game more enticing, not just for you, but for other people that they can possibly get to play the game?
I mean, I think the bigger base for Bungie is upset because of Destiny, bro. I think everybody, the updates that they really threw into Marathon, they wanted to see that in Destiny, and it pissed a lot of people off. You know what I'm saying? So you've got half of the community that's like, you know, all right, I'm gonna play it. The other half, I'm not playing it. You know what I mean? That they're just not. You know, even like all of the streamers, Across, Jake, and all of them, they've been playing the mess out of Marathon. And I mean, and for the most part, they've offered their reviews to it, but they haven't shit on the game though at all. Nobody,
yeah,
from that lens has. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what you could do to give it a chance. I mean, I think it's people are stubborn about it.
Joe, I think this game came out at the wrong time because you got a game called Arc Raiders. I think it's gonna be better. I haven't played it yet, but even cats that I've spoken to that are video gaming, they're playing that instead of wanting to play Marathon. They never gave Marathon a chance. But you got Arc Raiders that's similar, but it's like it just looked more realistic. Like, you know, yes, it's a third person shooter, which is different than Marathon, but it's just something about Arc Raiders, man. Like like it just came out at the wrong time. I feel like as an extraction shooter, like which one would you rather play? And you will probably get more people than none to say, yeah, Arc Raiders look better. If you had two screens playing both games, on it, like somebody playing both games, and then you bought somebody in and be like, hey, which one of these games would you like to play first? They might choose Arc Raiders, man. To me.
Where you at,
I
Stick
haven't
Man?
played it.
Man. Bro, I'm so torn, man, because like Joe was saying, like Ricky was saying, bro, like you just said, bro, the moment to moment gameplay is exquisite. It is top notch. It is something about when I think we're at North Station and they have like these tall columns and you can hear them creak with the wind and you don't know if it's a footstep or if it's, you know what I'm saying, like you don't really know what it is, so you just stop and you freeze and you look around, you're like, okay, I think I'm safe. And then you just hoping and praying that there's not an invisible assassin just waiting on you on the other side of the door. You know what I mean? So yeah. So the moment gameplay is top notch, man. What I think they could add though, as far as retention, you remember how when we first started, I don't know if it was after the beta or if it was after the game initially launched, but they had a area that was perimeter beginner. So it's just for people who are under a certain level could play there. I don't know if they still have it. Maybe they still do. But yeah, I know I hadn't seen it, but I know we're leveled up now. But I
I
feel
think
like
it's when
protect
you
your
just
people.
start the game, though. It's like when you're
Yeah.
new. Yeah.
Protect your people who are just starting the game. I mean, I would feel so intimidated if I was jumping in every day now, going against people who have killed, the highest level bosses and got guns that'll beam you in 2 seconds. And I'm going in with my free kit, and not saying you should run a free kit because maybe that's the issue. But in the beginning, you're not going to have that loot. And if I'm going in there every time and I'm being actively hunted down at my spawn point with people who have gold shields who I have no chance of killing, I mean, that's disheartening. Another thing I feel like they could add, not only for new players but for people that've been playing it for a while, like us, give me a shooting range. The gunplay is exquisite, but the thing is, right? Based on the attachments on your gun behaves differently. The recoil is different. The reload speed is different. The amount of bullets you hold is different. The sound it makes is different. And the gunplay is exquisite, man. Don't put me in a position where I've never fired my gun, and the
You
first
gotta
time I need
test
to
it out
fire
in
is
the
when I
game.
see a person coming to kill me. Because if I shoot in that recoil that has my just gun going straight up, and that's the first time I ever shot it, right? I'm gonna lose, and I'm gonna say, "Dang, I never fired my gun before. I didn't expect the recoil to be what it was. I didn't know the reload was so slow." And now it just puts so much pressure on you in one moment. And pressure burst pipes, man, it will literally get people out of the game. They will say, "Bro, this game is stupid," and then they'll just close the game out and they'll never play it again or they'll refund.
I love the analogy.
Let me shoot my gun
Heck
before
yeah.
it's life or death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me see what the gun feels like before it's a life or death situation. Yeah.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Stick Man, look. I was
Yeah.
telling Steve earlier, I said, remember that game that we cornered that one dude? It was one guy left.
Yeah.
I don't know what he used, but you told me what he used, and it
Yeah.
blew both of us up to the ceiling and
Yeah.
had us just kind of stuck there.
The Vandal launcher. We were pushing in on a guy. We killed his teammate. We were pinching in on this guy. We had him backed into a corner. I cracked his shields. Ricky pushed in. I just knew he was gonna kill him because he was already hitting him. Ricky was already hitting him with the SMG. The guy he's playing a Vandal where you have that little beam they shoot that, it kind of pushes you out from behind cover. It bounced me back outside. Ricky's character's head goes into the ceiling and he's looking down shooting at the guy, but I know the guy's dead because his shield's are already broken. Ricky gets down. I come sprinting in. I'm shooting at the same guy. My bullets, either they're doing 1 damage per bullet or something. I don't know. He drops me too. So, I mean, it's just like that element of surprise, man. Like, I didn't expect a random beam to come out and throw my aim off into the ceiling and shoot me out back outside, So, you never
And
know
that's
how
what
it's gonna
makes the
go.
game good, Stick
Yeah.
Man. Like, is
You got to know what you're approaching. You got to know more about the character you're facing, like the shell that they're using. Another thing too, and I'm not a big proponent of DLC, but I suck with triage. I'm not even gonna lie. It helps me to keep y'all alive, but I'm always the first person to get down every time I play with triage. Every time. It's like, and like I noticed it. And it's like whenever it happens, I'm like, I put another check mark down. Like, all right, I'm the first one down again.
Little chick boy.
Yeah, with triage, it happens every time, right? But I'm so connected to that character, man. Like as far as DLC, what I think could bring people, maybe make people happy or bring in new players. Give me DLC that's like single player missions that shows me the backstory or the lore of each character, right? Like let it be different
Yeah.
episodes, you know, because each character is based off of a person, and from the lore I believe. So let me find out who that person was before all of this went down. Like, give me that person's backstory, kind of like how I think League of Legends did something similar on Netflix, where they had like different episodes and they made it a series. Now, I don't necessarily want to see a Netflix show about it, but if you give me some gameplay where I can actually utilize those guns, where it's not a me versus another person scenario for the first time, or either give me a shooting range. But let me find out more about the characters. Let me find out who they were before everything hit the fan. You know. Let me go through some episodes using their guns and teaching me how to use their powers and all that, kind of like a training scenario with each character. I think that would be insane.
Matter of fact, just to like position this to y'all, like as the last question, because I've seen a lot of talk about that, Stickman. Like, if they added a PvE only mode, like, do you think that would entice people to come play? And also, would y'all like to play that, or do you think it would just separate the people playing the game and add less people in the queues for PvE? I mean, for PvP.
Yeah, I think that'll be less, Steve. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is what make this game the game it is and fun to us.
Mm.
You don't know what is what and who is who and why things is shooting. Like you just don't know what's going on. That's what make the game like a suspense. Keep it like that. Don't have me going in knowing that, okay, I see PvE enemies. Oh, I'm just gonna run over here and shoot this and get all the fat loot. That do take people away from the PvP play. I go up in there and get the fat loops and for days and then come with my fat loops up in PvP then.
Yeah.
But that's gonna slow the queue up if only 1.2 million copies been sold, you know.
That's true.
Another thing, too, just to kind of talk about sales, right? Another thing to factor in as far as making money, you guys remember, and I know we don't use it, at least haven't used it yet. They have an in-game store where you can buy different skins for your characters. So that's real money, real life money that's not included in the game. You know what I mean? So they're gonna make a little bit of money off of people who just want to have the coolest skins. Like I saw a character the other day that I think was a vandal that was all red and it looked like a demon, and so I wasn't expecting to see him. So when I saw him, I screamed a little bit, you know, I was like, you know, like it caught me off guard, right? Because it was an all red character that literally looked like a demon running up to me, and it scared me. I'm like, oh, bro, hey, you intimidating. So I'm backing off. I was like, I don't even care if I finish this fight. You good. You can have this building. I'll leave, you know? So there are going to be people who spend that money as well that'll help make a little bit of money back. Yeah, man. Like the moment gameplay wouldn't be the same. There's nothing like the fear that you have when there's another man coming to take your life. You know what I mean? There's nothing like it. You know, you can't find that in a lot of games, especially not on Xbox. I mean, they could be a little bit more common on PC, and I know Arc Raiders is a good example. But I mean, with Arc Raiders being third person, when I'm in first person, I feel like I am this person. You know what I'm saying? When I get real immersed, because I mean, I'm sometimes, you know, if the game is good, I'm like this close to my monitor. You know what I mean? I'm in there. So I feel like that's me running around. And when I hear those footsteps and I know what their intentions are, and it's not good for me, you know, there ain't nothing like it, man.
Okay, Joe, I'm gonna let you close this out because I know you. I know we both are probably PvE, PvP players, but I think you more so are a PvE person. So what do you think?
He changed over, bro. He PvP now. He done switched over from the old Joe back in the day now. He PvP all day.
No, I still love PvE, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Playing with y'all, man, on the PvP side been fun, bro. Yeah, getting that cleanup on aisle 6 for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing with it. I've been putting them down, bro. Hey, Stickman and Rico can attest to that. I've been putting them down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. But man, I love I just, you know what I wish they would do, bro? I wish they would implement something on the PvE side though, where we're not fighting against anybody other than just PvE people. You can keep the same loadouts, you can keep the ammo drops the same, but just just give us that PvE experience, and then before we extract, we got to fight a boss. Like in order to extract, we got to kill a boss. You know what I mean? Or a series of bosses. That to me, that would be fun. You know what I'm saying?
I can't agree with that, Joe, but yeah, I got you.
I mean, I would love that. You know what I'm saying?
I could see how it would bring new people, because I know with Destiny,
it would.
There were so many people that just stayed in the strike playlist, and that's all they did.
Yeah,
I know it would bring a lot of people to the game, but also because I had this thought as well, and same thing that you said, Rico. I would like it to happen to bring more people, but I also think it's going to take people away, and the queues are going to get longer. And they've already started to get longer because they recently just did an update to match people that are in different regions a little bit more. So, but they're already seeing those queue times be extended now. So I don't know. That's a hard decision, and I guess only they know what they really need to do. I don't know.
I'm saying it from the lens of, if you want to increase sales, you're gonna have to do something.
Well, yeah.
Now, if you're just solely basing it off of just the extraction shooter piece, and I agree with Reek, man. Like, if Arc Raiders was not a thing, everybody would be playing Marathon.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think
they would. Like, they really would. Good,
you
bad,
got your
or
biggest streamers streaming that, Joe.
Yeah.
Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
They not even playing Marathon.
Yeah. So I think I mean, I don't know if they're gonna hit the sales. I don't know if they're gonna recoup the money. I do think Bungie's gonna take a loss. That's my projection for them.
I hope they do, though, man, because Marathon is actually a decent game, man. I mean, I hope they do.
I mean, I agree, but
I'm rooting for it, but I don't see it, but I hope they do.
But it goes back to blaming their original CEO before they let him go, before he stepped down. It's his fault. All of this is his fault. He was on a money grab. You know what I'm saying? He getting all this money, and then, you're not taking care of the people that are really investing into this game. That's where all this started at, bro. And it just goes back to context, man. If you wanna, and I'm gonna be real with y'all about something about with PlayStation. They may have raised their prices, but I guarantee you, they looked at their fan base and they said they'll pay for it. They probably did. They did. They looked at the analytics and said they're so loyal to us, they don't even care. They'll pay for it. And I think that's
taking
stupid.
all Xbox games, bro.
Yeah,
and they got the exclusives to hold them too. Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they got the exclusives and took ours. Like,
PlayStation is probably saying, like, hey, like, we're gonna raise these prices, but we're gonna give them some bangers over this next year or two. They're like, we're gonna blow their socks off with the next couple games we got coming. So that might be what they're saying. Like, hey, I mean, and I can't even talk bad about my Xbox, right? But hey,
look, I would tell you right there, my socks don't fly off. I ain't gonna feel too good.
Hey,
bro,
listen,
how about this?
That's gonna stop being a selling point on this channel, bro. Is this PlayStation crap, bro?
How
let's
about
talk
this,
good about Xbox again. Let's make Xbox great again,
bro. I ain't even lie. This is messed up. What I'm about to say, y'all, bro. I ain't even got a PlayStation, and they blew my socks off. When I saw that PlayStation logo come up on Marathon, like, you know what I'm saying, bro? The fact that we talking about Marathon on the Xbox and it's a Sony game is crazy, bro. It is crazy. The main reason I'm cutting on my Xbox right now is to play a Sony game. That's crazy.
Bro, just hold on. I got to speak on that just for everybody that's watching this. I literally stayed home one day for work, 12 o'clock. I see Stickman's name pop up and start playing the game at 12 o'clock on a work day.
In my defense, I was on lunch break, man.
It's even worse.
Hey, Stickman, tell them about how you were in a conference meeting while you was.
Hey.
He
can't put his business out there right now.
I hope your boss don't look at this channel,
bro.
Oh, so that's what you really be doing. Okay, sir.
Yo, the game do be getting that good, dude. It's like, hold on now. I only need 2 more diodes in extract.
That's all I need. Hey, bro. Hey, look. When I'm loading in on every match, right? I'm over here. All right, this match gonna be a good one, bro. This gonna be a good one. You know what I mean? I'm firing it up. Well, let's go.
God.
So,
Yo, it do get that good though. Yo, no bull crap.
I ain't gonna lie. Whatever happened to Stickman though, either something good happened or something bad happened. Because after 20 minutes, I ain't see him on the game no more.
hey, bro, I got into pinwheel base, cleaned up probably about 6 or 7 dead bodies. I ain't even had to kill nobody. Just cleaning up bodies. Backpack purple, everything on me purple, guns purple. I'm feeling myself. I'm like, bro, it's easy. The final extract is counting down 5, 4, 3. I'm running, sprinting, right? And I jump, and you know how the grapple system, sometimes you bounce off the thing you're supposed to climb up? I bounced off of it and fell. I'm like, no! and then the timer hit 0. It was 3 or 4 other people there, so they all distracted together and just left me behind. And I'm just looking around like, and after that, I cut it right back off. I said, that's enough. And to be honest, I don't think I played it since. To be honest, I think it was the last match.
What's heated, bro?
Yeah, that's it.
Man, Steve, I'm gonna tell you this real quick, bro. I think Rico saw this, bro. I got hit by NPC, bro, and I was scooting on the ground like this, bro, to the extractor, and I extracted on my back, bro, bleeding out.
Stupid, like it, bro. He the only cat that made it out, bro.
For that, bro. The objective was to extract while you was on your back.
Bro, we all dead. Me and the other dude, and he's
and I'm just scooting. I said, I'm gonna make it, bro. I'm gonna make it.
I'm like, I hope he don't make it.
I made it though. I
didn't make it. I hope he don't make it.
Oh, snap. Hey,
man,
for all of you all, man, I'm telling y'all, if you haven't played Marathon, grab you a team, go in Marathon, and just go have some fun. Because I'm telling y'all right now, take all your personal feelings and put them aside. It is a fun time just to be in there messing around. It's funny. It is.
It is. I do get in my feelings sometime though. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I come in there with some good stuff and something dumb happen, oh, I'm in my feelings.
Mm-hmm. All right, boys. We're gonna call it for this one. Again, for everybody that's watching, if you like what you heard, even if you don't like what you heard, just like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Because we're definitely going to address your comment.
Thanks.
Y'all have a good one. Have a good day.